Traveling with your parents, traveling with your elderly loved ones, not easy if they've got some challenges. And with us to kind of help navigate some of this is Deb Bernacki of Happier at Home. She's always here, always joins us to talk about these issues. Deb, for people who are traveling with their loved ones, you've got to keep in mind so many different things. What's the first thing you should keep in mind when traveling with a loved one? Is it their physical capability, their mental capacity? I mean, what should they kind of keep in mind
well,
first,
I think
first and foremost?
First of all is to know your limitations and understand what you need to do and plan in advance. So some people may be physically limited or even cognitively limited with their memory. So they should know if they're going to need to arrange for transportation once they purchase their airline ticket from perhaps the gate, getting a motorized escort to from security to their gate, but really planning in advance. And there are some tips and ideas that we can talk about that will help them have a smooth trip.
Specifically flying, there are some things that you should consider before you ever even leave for the airport. You mentioned the current and past medical history should be written on an index card. Just have it right there.
This is actually a great idea for anyone to have in their wallet or their purse, but specifically if you're traveling, some of our friends are going down for a few months for, excuse me, for the winter now, and if you create an index card, you could include on there your name, date of birth, of course medical insurance information, but your medication list to include a frequency and dosage on there, what your medical history is, and then also your doctor's name and telephone number, the pharmacy name and telephone number. All these things will be on a card. This way, if you have any problems at all, then you can just hand that right over to someone who's trying to help you out.
Right.
You mentioned even considering when you're, if you have oxygen. I know a lot of people need oxygen. You're saying plan for that ahead of time.
Yes, definitely, because oxygen in a tank is a hazardous substance. It's explosive.
Right.
So you can't bring an oxygen tank onto an airplane. But if you plan in advance, some airlines will have oxygen that you can use on board. But that's something you may need to purchase and rent from them. But also there are portable oxygen concentrators, and the FAA has approved a couple of them for you to be able to bring on board, but you need to know which ones are approved.
We're almost out of time. You mentioned some other things. Know your limitations. Hire a companion escort, which might not be an option for everybody, but it certainly might be for some people. But overall, is it important that you, as the person traveling with older folks, just know your own limitations? Understand that this trip is maybe going to be different than others you've been on when they're not along.
Yes. Know that this trip, really, you're going along to help someone else, and it may not be focused on you, but you're giving a great gift to someone to help them out. And if someone can't hire a caregiver to go along with them, there's family members, there's friends that you might be able to find to bring along with you, but that will help to ensure their safety and have a great trip too.
Deb Bernacki from Happier at Home.
Deb,
thank you for all the great
ideas as always. We appreciate it.
We have our entertainment news coming up next.
Yeah, we do, because we're entertaining.
It's your area.
Listen to this guy.